You know, what if the smallest, most overlooked thing you do today is actually shaping the strongest version of your future self? In this explainer, we're diving into how real, lasting strength isn't built in some dramatic breakthrough, but in the quiet, consistent efforts that nobody else even sees.
Have you ever felt this way? It's this really weird, in-between space that, honestly, we don't talk about enough. On paper, life is fine, right? You're showing up, paying the bills, holding it all together. But it just doesn't feel right. You're functioning, for sure, but deep down, you're not fulfilled.
And this is where it gets really interesting. There's this huge gap between how we think change happens and how it actually does. We're sold this myth of the one big breakthrough, this cinematic moment. But the reality? It's 1,000 small, almost invisible steps, taken over and over and over again.
All right, so let's just tear this myth of big changes apart for a second. We are completely conditioned by movies, by stories, to believe that for change to be real, it's got to be this loud, dramatic event that everyone can see and applaud.
And this right here, this perfectly captures our core misunderstanding. We're so wired for instant gratification. So when we put in the effort and we don't see an immediate, obvious return, our first thought is, well, this isn't working. We completely mistake a lack of visible results for a total lack of progress.
So if it's not about these huge, flashy leaps, then what is it really about? Well, the answer lies in something so much quieter, something the source material calls small acts of faith. Now let's be super clear. When we say a small act of faith, we're not talking about religion. It's about practical action, especially when you're surrounded by uncertainty. It's that choice to step forward when you don't have all the answers, when the outcome is anything but guaranteed. It's about trusting the process itself.
So what do these acts actually look like in real life? Well, they're the moments we usually just dismiss. It's choosing to get up when your entire body feels heavy. It's trying one more time after something just failed. It's showing up for your life, especially on the days your motivation is at absolute zero. These are the real building blocks of transformation.
So how in the world do these tiny, seemingly insignificant actions create such profound change? Well, it's all about what's happening where you can't see it. It's all going on beneath the surface. I just love this metaphor. I mean, think about it. You plant a seed. For weeks, maybe even months, it just looks like dirt. Nothing's happening. But underground, totally out of sight, this incredibly complex root system is growing. The very foundation that's going to support everything else to come. Your small efforts, that's your root system. It's this powerful, compounding cycle. First, you just make the choice. You show up. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be there. And every time you do that, you send a little message to yourself, hey, I can count on me. That repetition deepens your self-trust. And the ultimate result of that trust, that's real, earned resilience.
And here's the part that can change everything. These actions, there's so much more than just things on a to-do list. When you repeat them, they fundamentally change who you are. The person who shows up consistently just becomes a consistent person. And that shift in your identity, it doesn't just change how you feel, it literally determines your entire direction in life.
So what's the first proof that any of this is actually working? Here's the fascinating part. You will feel the change on the inside long before your life looks any different on the outside.
Just let that one sink in for a second. For all those times you felt like you were just spinning your wheels, going absolutely nowhere, this is the truth of it. You weren't stuck. You were building. You were just in that underground phase, getting everything ready for the growth that was about to break through.
So what are these early signs? Oh, they're subtle. You might just notice that a frustrating situation doesn't completely throw you off your game anymore, or you bounce back from a little disappointment just a bit quicker. You might even find yourself hesitating less before taking that small, necessary step. These are the internal tremors that signal a massive shift is already underway.
And this might be the most powerful outcome of all. Your goal stops being about getting rid of uncertainty, which, let's face it, is impossible. Instead, you develop the skill to act within it. Your progress is no longer held hostage by needing everything to be perfect and clear. And that right there is freedom.
And this brings us to the payoff. The moment when the cumulative effect of all those quiet, unseen actions becomes undeniably, beautifully clear.
You know, when you finally look back, you'll search for that one big turning point, that single decision that changed it all. But you're not going to find it, because it wasn't one moment.
It was the accumulation of hundreds, maybe even thousands, of those tiny, faithful decisions to just keep going.
So here's the bottom line. The strength, the change, the life you're looking for, it's being forged right now. Not in some grand future event, but in the ordinary, mundane, unglamorous moments you're tempted to just dismiss today. That is where the real work happens.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. That small act of showing up, of trying again, of not giving up on yourself today, what is it building? Because even if you can't see it yet, trust me, you are building something real, something steady, and something far stronger than you even realize.